Bill Redan has had a long and storied career in soccer in the Madison area, and he is our next inductee. Redan has been involved as a player with one of Madison's original soccer teams, the founding father of the University of Wisconsin soccer program, and one of the main drivers behind what is now the Madison Area Youth Soccer Association. Bill Redan, the son of John and Sophia Redan, was born and raised in one of the soccer hotbeds of the United States, St. Louis, Missouri. His father played professional soccer in St. Louis, and in 1921, his team, the Bend Miller Hat Company, won the National Soccer Championship. While growing up, Redan liked playing sports, and his favorites were soccer and baseball. In 1940, his school soccer team won its league title, but lost in the city finals. As a youth baseball player, he was good enough that he would eventually get a baseball scholarship to the University of Missouri. Redan graduated from high school in 1945 and joined the Merchant Marines for 2 years. From there, he went to the University of Missouri and was awarded a baseball scholarship his final 2 years. The Korean War was going on when he graduated from college, and he was drafted into the Army. He spent 2 years in the service, though he did not have to leave the States. He was discharged in 1953 and came to Madison and the University of Wisconsin to pursue a master's degree. After getting it in 1954, he was offered a high school teaching and coaching position in Spring Green. He would teach science and physical education, and he was the coach. With only 300 kids in the school, he coached all sports. He also wanted to play soccer, and he found the occasional game in the Madison area, but quickly realized there were really no organized teams. In 1956, he noticed a newspaper ad looking for soccer players to join a new team in Madison that would play in the Wisconsin State League. He joined the team and became a member of the original Madison 56ers, who are celebrating their 50th season this year. Redan says he was the only American on the first team. He says players came from 10 different countries, and a couple of the players were actually servicemen from Denmark and Poland who happened to be stationed at Truex Field Military Base. Redan kept playing with the 56ers into the 1970s. Redan went back to the UW in the 60s to get a PhD in science, and while in school noticed there were some fairly decent intramural soccer players. So working with the UW's intramural department, he formed a soccer team that would operate as a club sport starting in 1964. He had a limited budget and took equipment any way he could get it. A friend of his in Milwaukee called him one day and said he had some pretty new uniforms that were just worn during an All-Star game, and he would send them over. Redan went down to the Badger bus station, picked up the uniforms, and 3 soccer balls. He coached the club team for 13 years, and during that time applied to be a varsity sport, but was turned down. Finally, in 1976, Elroy Hirsch and Otto Breitenbach granted the program varsity status, and the team would be set to hit the field in the fall of 1977. His first season, the team won 7, lost 6, tied 1. The very first game was against UW Parkside, and the Badgers won it 3-1. Along the way, they also beat Big Ten teams Iowa and Ohio State. Redan was head coach for 5 varsity seasons and never had a losing record. His 1979 team hit double-digit victories, posting a 10-5-1 mark. His most successful season was also his final one as head coach, 1981. The team was unbeaten in its first 17 games, winning the first 8, then 2 ties, and then 7 more victories. Not until the final regular season game did the Badgers lose, and it was a hard-fought 1-0 loss to perennial Big Ten and national power Indiana. That record earned the Badgers an NCAA tournament bid for the first time in school history. But unfortunately, the Badgers drew Indiana in the first round and lost 5-1 in Bloomington. Redan stepped down after the 1981 season, but remained an assistant coach to Jim Launder and was part of the coaching staff that directed the Badgers to the NCAA title in 1995. Redan's head coaching record was 50, 28, and 10. But Redan wasn't exclusively focused on college soccer. In the mid-'60s, he was approached by Madison's Jack Hayden about forming a youth soccer program. Hayden said hockey players needed something to do out of season. Hayden's son Eric was one of the first in the program. The Madison Area Youth Soccer Association started with 10 teams and now has more than 1,000 and more than 13,000 young players. In honor of his dedication to soccer at all levels, the Madison Area Youth Soccer Association Mesa's soccer complex near Verona is named Redan Soccer Park. Redan has 3 children. Sons Howard and John both live and coach in Madison, and a daughter Mary who lives in St. Louis. He also has 5 grandchildren. Both sons played soccer at Wisconsin, and Howard was coached by Bill. While his children were growing up, they were in the capable hands of the family's doctor, Dr. Bill Bartlett. Since retiring from coaching after the 1996 Badger season, Redan is in great demand to share his soccer knowledge. He spends a lot of time attending clinics, camps, and seminars. The Madison Sports Hall of Fame and Schwegler Sport Promotions is proud to induct Bill Redan, the founding father of soccer in Madison and the University of Wisconsin, into our athletic shrine.